Well, hello, NFL fans, Charger fans. I say NFL fans. I don't just talk about the Chargers, but mainly it's Chargers, as you can see from behind me here. I I got a comment about the Bronco game. The Bronco game against the Colts. Um, if you read my Twitter uh, account on the game, I uh, I predicted the game to be 9-6 Colts, and it was 12-9, so they scored a lot more than I thought they would, right? Um, the Broncos have a major problem. I mean, that I kind of saw it before this game, and it really magnified itself during the game. Um, can they fix it? Yeah, it's possible. I mean, anything can happen, I guess. They got a real problem with their coach, and they have a real problem with Wilson. The coach, Wilson, has a certain style of play. It does not mesh well with the head coach of the Broncos. The scheme for the Broncos requires Wilson to be precise with the ball in the pocket, not moving around much. The offensive line can't protect him long enough for that to happen. So he needs to scramble. The problem of it is when he scrambles, he's off a little bit. And that could be just maybe, I don't know, maybe age is kept catching up to him, maybe not. I don't know. But you can see there's a difference in him. He doesn't want to get hit like he's been hit in the past. Um, he threw that one ball up for that interception early. I think it was in the first half. It may have been in the second half, but I want to say it was in the first half where he threw it like 40 yards as he can see he was going to be hit, and he just threw it up for grabs. Overthrew his receiver by about 5 yards, right into the hands of a Colt. I mean, when you do that kind of stuff, that's kind of like college stuff or high school stuff. Not even college players do that too much. I mean, they will, but you don't see it very often, even in college. Um, so to me, they've got a major problem. Their defense lights out. They got the best defense in the NFL, and I feel bad for that defense. I really do. That defense is killer. Man, every team wishes they had a defense like that. Um, this defense is badass for the Broncos, but you got to be able to score. And they had the game won. All they had to do was hold on to the ball, run the ball a little bit. They had it down to where they could kick a field goal, run the ball a little bit, get it little as close as you can, kick a field goal. The Colts wasn't moving the ball. Your defense could stop them. They've been stopping them all night long, keeping them out of the end zone. So kick a field goal and you put it out of reach. Instead, what they do, he throws an interception, had no business throwing the ball in that situation. But hey, that's live and learn. Live and learn. Um, the Broncos fans were kind of irritated with it. They were leaving it before it was going into overtime. They could see the handwriting on the wall. That coach was not going to win the game. He had done too many things, and the play calling, the the execution of the plays just weren't there. It just wasn't there. And so anyway, they they got the loss. So, um, I figure that they're gonna be spiraling downhill. That locker room is gonna come unglued. I don't see how they can hold it together. That coach has got a major problem now on his hands. I don't know if he'll be able to hold on to it or not. Maybe he can. I mean, it's early in the year, but boy, oof, they have not looked good from the beginning. To me, they have not looked good. So anyway, we'll go on from that. That was just I had to say something about that game because it was one of the worst games I've seen as far as execution goes on both sides. Colts too, but the Colts did kind of have a little bit of a reason. They were playing about the best defense in the NFL, and um, I don't know. I think Ryan is probably seeing his better days. So, but they got the win. They got the win, and so now we go on to this to finish off this week 5. There's a few games that I'm kind of watching, um, just for the fact that I think they're going to be really good games. I think they're going to be exciting games. Um, One of them is the Lions and Patriots. I know, everybody says, "Oh, the Lions, the Lions." The Lions have been scoring like crazy. I mean, they are one of the most exciting teams. They've been losing. They can't seem to be able to win it, but I think they're going to win this week. I know it's the Patriots, and I shouldn't bet against Belichick, but I don't think Belichick's got the horses. I think he's going to be lacking in too many ways to keep up. I think the Lions are going to score, and they're going to score a lot. The Patriots will end up scoring quite a bit too, I believe. But I think it'll be a high scoring game. 35-31 Lions is what I'm saying it is. I don't think the Patriots can score that much, really, to be honest with you. But they might. They might be able to do it because the Lions do give up a lot of points. So, um, Dolphins Jets. Oh, Tua. Dolphins fans, I feel your pain. Okay? Um, we as a Charger fan, before we had Philip Rivers, we were going through all kinds of crazy things with quarterbacks. Getting hurt. Drew Brees when we got him, and then he, separated his shoulder, and they thought he was done. So it's really difficult to say how this team is going to be because I think they'll rally. This is a good team. This is a good team. I don't know if the quarterback is going to be able to do what Tua was doing. Tua is really good, really good. As long as he can see what's going on, if you give him a little bit of a lane to be able to see, he's pretty deadly. He's pretty accurate. That's what really impressed me in when he was in college. Very accurate quarterback, really. Um, when it meant the most. Um, but I don't know if they're going to have that now. Um, this could be a little rough on the Dolphins, and I think with the Jets do have some firepower, and I know that they're a building team. They're not there yet, but I'm kind of looking at them like this. I think the Jets will score 20 points. I don't think the Dolphins can. I think they'll be around 10 to 13 points. I know they've got all that speed, but you got to be able to get that speed in a position to use it. You have to be able to use this speed. Now, if they can, they'll go right on and they'll wipe out the Jets, 45 to 20. But I just I don't see the quarterback that they've got now. in place of Tua doing that. So that's my thought. Um, Jets 20, Dolphins 13. I hope that Tua is okay. I don't know what they're gonna do or what he's gonna do. I've heard all kinds of stories of how he should retire. Um, I think that's a little premature. I think. I mean, if I was Tua, I'd wanna be, take some time with this. So I'm sure he will. Um, but boy, it did look bad. It looked really bad. And you don't want these young men, even though they're fantastic athletes, you don't want them to play and get, you know, injured to the point to where they can't write their own name. Um, if if they even lived through it. Uh, that looked kind of scary to me. That last injury that he had, um, that was scary. That was really bad. Um, so anyway, we'll go on. Hopefully, Tua, bless your heart. Hopefully, everybody's prayers and thoughts go out to you, buddy, and and you'll be just fine. And coming back to play in the NFL or whatever you want to do. Anyway, going to go on to the next game. Cowboys Rams. This is going to be another good game. The Cowboys defense is damn good this year. I can't believe how good they are. I know, they got Parsons and I know how good he is, but the team is actually doing good. Defensive wise, that team looks tough. Well, the Rams, they've got a good defense. But this kid for the Cowboys, this quarterback that's playing, he's on a roll. This guy is on a roll. I can't remember his name. Um, I think it begins with a B, but I can't remember his name. But anyway, um, he is he's something else. Anyway, I'm picking the Cowboys to win this game. 24-21 Cowboys. And I think they'll win it kind of like they've been winning. A lot of defense and that kid picking people apart. He's actually done pretty good. He's thrown some good passes. Um, I don't see them stopping. I don't see the Rams stopping them. The Rams, they're having troubles right now. And they're having troubles with their own quarterback. They can't seem to get him kind of in a groove. I don't know whether you know what the deal is. Um, he's got weapons, but he's they're just not quite. I mean, they're 2-2. Okay, so it's not like it's the end of the world, but they haven't looked good to me in their even in their wins. They've looked kind of different. Um, we'll see. We'll see in this game. This game's going to show a lot. Week 5 from from the next quarter. This is the first 4 games we've had. You go to the next 4 games, that really starts to show you usually what a team is made of and what they're kind of going to be like. You usually start getting back healthy players. Maybe you lose some healthy players, but you start getting in a groove. By week 5 and 6, you're starting to get in a groove. Whether it's a good groove or a bad groove, you start getting into a groove. Anyway, um, next game, uh, Bengals Ravens. This being a division game, these 2 teams, it's kind of funny. Every time I think of the Ravens, I wanna go back years ago when the Ravens defense was like killer defense. Now their offense, they got a pretty good offense, and their defense is lacking a little bit. The Bengals, they're pretty well rounded. If they could protect their quarterback, which they can't do, if they could protect Burrow from getting like 5 sacks a game, this team would go right on into the Super Bowl again. They could. They could very easily do it. Um, but I don't see them beating the Ravens. I don't. I think the Ravens are gonna score a little too much, and I think they're gonna put a lot of pressure on Burrow, which, I think this is gonna be a coaching Harbaugh thing. Harbaugh knows how to do this. He knows how to play and game plan, especially in his division. Pretty good in his division games. Um, and I don't see him losing this one. I think it'll be 35 Ravens, 27 Bengals. And it's going to be a good game, but I don't see the Ravens losing this one. Anyway, um, next game, and it's a Monday game. The Monday game, Raiders Chiefs. I don't think this game's going to be close. The reason I'm picking this game is because it's in the division of the Chargers, and that means a lot for the Chargers, of course, and it means a lot to the Raiders and the Broncos. But I don't see the Raiders winning this game. I think this game's going to be like kick your ass, send you back home kind of game. It's just, I mean, Andy Reid's going to have a game plan for this for the Raiders. Trust me, I think he knows how to game plan, and he's going to have one, and he knows how to beat the Raiders. This is going to be a, this is going to be a, I think one of the blowouts. Um, I hope it's not. I would love to see the Raiders win it. I mean, if the Raiders won this game, oh man, that'd be great. If the Chargers could beat the Browns, we're styling because then we're tied. But I don't think that's going to happen right now. Not against the Chiefs. The Raiders playing the Chiefs. No, no, it ain't going to happen. All right, I'm going to say it's 41 Chiefs, 24 Raiders, and there's going to start being some rumblings about the coach and all this kind of stuff. I think the coach is kind of over his head. Um, we'll see. It's hard to get a good coach. It's hard to get a good coach. You can get coaches. You can get coaches from the college ranks. You can get offensive coordinators, defensive coordinators, special team coordinators. And the second they become a head coach, it's different because you the man. You the man. Your decisions is what matters. And sometimes it's not good enough. And sometimes you just have bad luck. That happens too. I've seen that happen with some guys that I thought were good coaches. But hey, to me, that's what's going to happen. And I'm afraid the Raiders are going to be looking up like this at everybody else. Even the Broncos could be ahead of them. But anyway, that's my thought. 41 Chiefs, 24 Raiders. Patrick Mahomes is going to have another monster game. Um, 5 touchdown passes. I'm kind of thinking that. So that's my thought. Carr will have 2 touchdown passes. He's going to be intercepted. All this kind of stuff. It's going to be a mess. I'm telling you. I think it's going to be a mess. And the Chiefs are going to jump on them quick. I think it's going to be 28-7 at halftime. That's what I think is going to happen. And then the Chiefs will score when they get the ball, like, every time they get it, until they finally just slow down a little bit and kind of cruise, which they don't really do. They kind of keep the pedal to the metal. But I'm thinking 41-24, and 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 for the Chiefs, that's kind of a low number for me. I see them scoring could be even more than that. The defense that the Raiders have can be had, okay? Um, and if they don't come out firing on all cylinders, the Chiefs are going to eat them alive. So anyway, that's my thought on that game. We'll see. I could be totally wrong on all these games, by the way. I don't have my little crystal ball. I do have my guy here, though. Yeah, see this guy right here. He helps me. Anyway, um, the last game I want to talk about, Chargers Browns. Okay, this game, this game is going to mean a lot to both teams. They really kind of both teams need a win to stay up with everybody else. They don't really want to fall behind because it's going to be hard to catch up. Um, Division games coming up for both teams um, that are going to mean a lot. So I'm looking at this game, and I really like what the Chargers did. They uh, they activated Michael Bandy, Candyman Bandy. Um, I think that he is going to, and he did some good things on the in the last game. I really think this kid, this young man, is going to do well. I think he's going to score a couple of touchdowns in this game. If he doesn't score a couple of touchdowns, he is going to be used when the Chargers need a a first down. Say it's third and 8 or third and 7. He'll get you that 7, 8 yards. Usually it's a little more than that. He'll get you you need 7, he'll get you 8, 9, 10. You need 10, he'll get you 12, 15. Um, this kid's good. I like it. I'm really, really kind of pushing this kid. I think he's this young man. I keep calling him kid. He's not a kid. um, I think he's really talented, very talented, and I think that he's kind of with with Keenan Allen out. Bandy ought to be in. He ought to be in his shoes. I know he's a rookie. He's nothing like Keenan Allen yet, but he's already got a talent that you it's hard to teach. He knows how to get open. He will find that spot and he will be open. Just get him the ball. He has a way. I don't know how he does it. I mean I've watched his film clips from college. He did it in college over and over and over again. You look around and the quarterback is throwing. Oh, where's he throwing it to? Oh, it's Bandy and he's wide open. I mean, I saw that over and over again. How he does it, I don't know, but he does it. And even on tight throws, he has good hands. So you really need that with Herbert because Herbert will put it on your chest. And you all you have to do is hold on to it because it's going to be indented into your chest. Anyway, I think that's good. Chargers have a other problem though that could lose the game for them. By the way, we have a kicker that's injured. Hopkins has a groin issue. I believe it's a groin. Maybe it's a hamstring, but I think it's a groin. Anyway, even Staley didn't know all that much about it when he was talking about it. All he knows is that they picked up Taylor Bertollet. Bertollet is a kicker that hasn't really been kicking in the NFL, but he's got a good leg. Um, he's really good inside the 40-yard line. Outside the 40-yard line, not too good. He can kick it there. He's got the leg. He's just not real accurate. Anyway, hopefully, hopefully, this is just a 1 week thing. And Bertollet can do this, hold us up. Maybe we can, get it close enough for him to where he doesn't have to work at it too hard. Cleveland has some wind sometimes, wind issues. So this could be interesting. This could make the game interesting to the point to where I don't really want it to be that interesting. But anyway, we'll see. Um, if everything goes right, if everything goes right, and the Chargers play like I feel like they're going to, especially now that they've got some players back. Um, I mean, we've got uh, well, we don't have Keenan Allen. We're not going to have Joey Bosa for a while, and I don't know if we're going to have. Yeah, we are. I think we are. We are going to have. Uh, oh shit. Um, not Guyton's gone. McKitty. I think McKitty is. He got hurt. I believe he rolled his ankle, but I don't think he's. Yeah, I don't think. I don't think we're going to play him. We might have him anyway. We might anyway. Um, Parham should be playing this weekend. Everett will be number one. Parham will take probably a few of his snaps from him. I don't know. I'm trying to think if McKitty was on the injured thing or not. I don't remember if he was. I got my notes here and I don't see. I can't remember if he was downgraded or upgraded. So anyway, that's that's something I should have found out, I guess, before. But it is Saturday, so anyway, excuse me. Palmer is supposed to play. Um, he should be okay. Carter, I believe, will be in the lineup. Like he'll be one of the main targets. Carter is very good, and that's another thing. If you think about it, you got Carter, you got Bandy, and you got Williams. Really good possession receivers. I mean, if you throw it fairly close to these guys, they catch it. Herbert isn't that far off target. So if you figure that he's going to have some guys, I mean, Guyton wasn't a bad receiver, and he caught some tough passes sometimes, and he had a lot of speed. These guys don't have the speed, but they've got a talent of catching it in tight weight windows, in where they're really going to be contested. So we'll see. We'll see. Excuse me. Ah, I hope I'm not getting sick. I've been battling a scratchy throat. Maybe it's from all that yelling or that college game I was watching. Anyway, um, you guys, I think we got everything covered except for one thing. I didn't talk about the players we need to watch against us. Um, the Browns have some players on that team. Okay, um, David Njoku. Njoku is a little banged up, but he is a hell of a tight end. Really good tight end. I expect him to get his share. I don't think he's going to be turned loose, and if he's injured a little bit, it may slow him down just a tad. Um, and we've got some guys that can cover. Um, you give let James cover him. James will shut him down, pretty much. I think. Um, then you got Amari Cooper. Now Cooper, if you got J.C. Jackson on him, and I think J.C. Jackson's coming along, just give him a little bit of time. He'll be coming. He's doing better and better. He had a rough weekend last weekend, but he's getting better. You could actually see it during the game. So I'm not really too concerned. Um, Samuel can take care of Cooper. I don't know if he's quite big enough, but I know J.C. Jackson is, and I'd put Jackson on him. See what happens. Then you've got the main problem, the main issue: Nick Chubb, Kareem Hunt. Um, the duo are freaking killer duo. These two guys, man, can they run the football? Um, and nobody's been able to stop them this year. Even in the games they've lost, nobody stopped them. They've been able to run the football. So, can the Chargers stop them? Yeah, they can. Will they? That's gonna be hard to say. They've been able to have a good game, but they give up that one big play. They'll give up they'll give up the 70-yard play or the 50-yard run, or they've done that now every week. They liable to give one up to Nick Chubb. They could. I hope that's all they give up to him is one, to be honest with you. The last time the Chargers played last year, in I think it was week 5, um, Nick Chubb had like 176 yards or 75 yards, something like that. So 170 something, I believe. Um, and the Chargers still won. So can they win the game and him still get his yards? Yeah. You're pulling your hair out and biting your nails off during the game. I mean, Staley starts losing hair walking down, up and down the sideline. But yeah, you can. This defense, though, is a little better than the defense they played last time. I do expect the Chargers to hold him down a little. I do think he's going to get one of those big runs. That's just that's just what I'm thinking. Um, so at the end of the day, when you're looking at this team, if the quarterback was a little bit better, Brissett is a good quarterback. He's not as good as Baker. I'm just telling you, that's my thought. That's how I feel. I think Baker's a better quarterback. Baker will play with 2 broken arms. Just tape them together, and throw, he'll swing the ball around. He'll play any way you can play. That's the toughest dude I think I've ever seen. Baker Mayfield. Anyway, I wouldn't have got rid of him like that. I think that was totally wrong by the Browns, but that's another story. Um, Brissett is a kind of a journeyman quarterback, been around different places. I don't see him as a real starting quarterback. I know Staley talked about him as a starting quarterback. He's not a backup. Yeah, he's a backup. He's not as good as a lot of these quarterbacks that are starting, or he'd be starting. So he's starting now because they don't have anybody else. So I just see this game being a shootout, but one being on the ground, one being in the air, and the air will win as long as they can keep from giving the ball away. The air should win. Um, Chargers 38, Browns 27, and it's gonna be close till the end. And the reason I say till the end is because that's when Brissett's gonna have to throw the ball. That's when you're gonna see an interception, maybe running back for a touchdown. That's the way I see the game going. I see it almost tied going into the fourth quarter, and then Brissett will make a mistake. That's that's just what I think. Could be wrong. Definitely could be wrong, but um, I don't think so. I think at 38-27 Chargers. Chargers will be 3-2. Watching the Monday night game, hoping that the Raiders won't trip over themselves and can actually make it a game and maybe even pull out one, pull the Chiefs back down to everybody else. So, excuse me. Enjoy the game tomorrow. These are the games I'm going to be watching. I'm going to be keeping my eyes on. Um, really interested in the Cowboys Rams game. Uh, are the Rams really falling off from the Super Bowl level that they were at? Was that just a 1-year wonder type of run? Because it seemed like to me last year they were luckier than heck to be able to get to the Super Bowl. I don't think they were. I mean, they were good. They didn't seem like they were that good. But maybe I'm just, I don't know. To me, it looks like this year you're getting the true Rams. You're without Odell Beckham, but that's one player. You're without that lineman. I can't think of his name, but that's just one player. So that's two players. Well, that's two players. You got to, one on the line, one of them was a real weapon. Um, so maybe that's it. Maybe that is it. I don't know. Um, but we'll see. We'll see. Anyhow, enjoy the games tomorrow. Have fun. I'm going to. Might even barbecue. It's like really nice weather. Um, and come on, Chargers. Hey, push that like button, guys. I need you. All right, you have a good one. Enjoy the game, and we'll be talking probably Tuesday after the Monday night game. All right, have a good one.